create so much offensively. I think we're a lot better this year, a little more quality.
Yeah, it did look like Edinburgh North was a better team going into this year's second round matchup with Cibolo Steel, but Cibolo Steel might be the best team south of Austin and west of Houston, and they showed it early on in this one. Justin Stockton, he's headed to Texas Tech. Before he does that, he took this one 36 yards against Edinburgh North. The speed, incredible. L.G. Williams, no relation. Touchdown pass here to Jalen Harris, 47 yards, and the route is on. It was 48-7 at halftime. Adrian Alvarez had a great game in his last game as a senior, putting it into the end zone. They scored a couple, but 48-14 is your final. Edinburgh North has had the misfortune to come up against the Knights 2 straight years.
We had a great season. They just told them, go out there, play the second half, hold your head up high, finish strong. We have a lot of seniors, the last game for them, so we're just very proud of them. We just couldn't push them off the line. You know, we're getting beat at the point of attack, and we tried a little bit of everything. We just couldn't get anything done.
Take a look now. Cibolo Steel takes on San Antonio Johnson. That game will be Saturday at Texas State, San Marcos Bobcat Stadium for that one. But let's talk about what Edinburgh North could have done against Cibolo Steel, if anything, Armando. There's not much, is there?
No, there's not, unfortunately. And you know, Steel is the class of San Antonio. Everybody knew that. They've known that all year. You know, I don't think there was a good testament as to how good Edinburgh North was. I mean, this was a great team. They had a solid defense, well coached. But when you're going up against a tough team like Steel, you need to play perfect and then have a lot of things happen for you, and unfortunately that didn't happen.
Edinburgh North coming back next year. Matt Whitesides will be back, and he was maybe their top running back. You know, him and Adrian Alvarez were a great 1-2 punch. Now it'll be Whitesides alone in the backfield next year, Joe.
That takes care of the offense, but how much of that defense comes back, because that's what anchored that football team, and that's what got them to where they were. But yeah, you look right at Mr. Whitesides and say, okay, son, you're the leader. You know, make everyone else work with you and bring us up.
All right, well, let's talk about who we think are the MVPs for this year's Valley football season. 2013 is over. Armando, who were your top players, the most valuable players from the Valley?
You know, I got to see Trevor Spates, and, you know, Memorial struggled early, but then, you know, without him, there's no way they come back and turn that thing around. Justin Owens, just in football, you know, he goes down. I saw him go down at San Benito. They weren't the same after that. So just the impact he had on that roster, it was evident. And then I go with I mentioned Jacques Guillat because, you know, that defense was full of stars, but he made everybody around him better. And you know, if you watch the Orange Grove game, you could see how much of a factor this kid could be.
Yeah, 5 sacks and a touchdown to his credit. How about you, Joe? Who are your Valley MVPs?
Well, I'm going to start with Nick Garcia, because anytime there was a big play in Harlingen South we were talking about, he was somewhere. It didn't matter who had the football. Nick Garcia was in there. Brandon Colon of Los Fresnos, ask Westlaco if he's a Division I prospect or not. And then Trevor Spates, everyone knew they had to stop him. Everyone came in stopping him or thought they would, and they didn't. And then Sean Landez of Mission Sherryland, again, Mr. Everything. Ask Harlingen. Again, how good is he? Well, Sean Landez made Mission Sherryland. You take him away from that football team, they're a different looking squad.
And Landez back next year, as is Trevor Spates, who rushed for over 2,000 yards. My ballot looks like this. Brandon Garza of Harlingen. How good would the Cardinals have been without him? The answer is they would have been tough. Justin Owens of McAllen Rowe. He was on track to be the all-everything this year before he went down. Orly Solis of Roma. The only reason they came 1 point short of making the playoffs for the first time ever was because of Solis. Javi Cruz of Los Fresnos really impressed me. He could do it all. He could throw the ball, run the ball. There's no way the Falcons get into the playoffs without him. When we come back on Sunday Sports Extra, we're going to talk about what's next. Realignment. Donna North joins the varsity programs next year. How will the districts look? We've got a preview coming up.